Did you know more than 7% of ninth through 12th graders reported being threatened or injured with a weapon on school property at least once in the last year, and the number starting to increase. And also, an additional 6% have admitted to bringing weapons to school for protection from another student or what takes place in their school hallways daily. Today, I want to be able to inform you with vital information so that at the end of my speech, you will be able to work together and prevent future school violence for the protection of our children and their youth. Violence in schools have been on the rise as more teenagers have gained easy access, by the way, to weapons within the past decade. Usually, these items are obtained from a friend or a parent that may have exposed the child to the location of the weapon or at one point allowed them to access it. It is important that parents and teachers work together to create a plan that will help reduce violence in schools by verifying early warning signs, by establishing an open communication environment, and reinforcing positive behavior uh, by any means. So that open door policy, we definitely want to start using that. Uh, we were all in high school at one point in our lives, and depending on your experience, everyone can at least say high school, it was good, but it wasn't easy. Whether it was the peer pressure, your teenage love life, crush, or just ordinary math class. I know I experienced my fair amount of emotional issues when I was in high school, which brings me to my next topic, open communication. Did you know most children retain their feelings, never express themselves, which lead to outbursts, attention seeking, leading to a source of violence? Having outlets and forms of communication that are open with your children and teens is an important step for a parent. Keeping yourself involved in their schoolwork, their friends, and even their activities. Another thing that we should definitely do is ask more open minded questions. Use phrases such as tell me more or what do you think? Phrases like these show your children that you're listening to them and that you want to hear more about their opinions and how they view the world. A good conversation starter with your children could be about the obvious things that can happen and affect our children within society, such as violence, drugs, smoking, sex, drinking, even things that you may have some fear of asking that will open that line of trustworthy communication. Make the children feel comfortable. Make them feel like they can come to you and express themselves at any time, especially when they're down bad in their worst moment and they feel like they're about to snap. Be that ear that they can listen to, that person that they can vent to. Make them feel comfortable. Another thing you may want to do is set clear rules and limits for them so that they know what is expected of them and the consequences for not complying with these rules and limits. Be sure that the children understand the purpose behind the rules and be consistent in enforcing them daily in their life. But remember to be fair and flexible. Show them that they have to be responsible, show empathy towards others, and control and manage their anger and stress. Always know when to intervene when the child is exhibiting a behavior that could potentially harm them or others, and don't let them deal with the problem alone. If it seems like the problem is becoming an increasing issue, please seek medical attention if necessary, especially if there are signs of emotional or mental health issues. Stay involved in your child's school. Show your children that you believe in them and their education. Let them know that school is important and that if they're going through something, that they have outlets such as a teacher, a guidance counselor, an assistant principal, or the principal. And let them know of all things they have you. Be sure to communicate with the children's teacher. Let them know about your child. Communicate with them in reference to your child. And don't make it about when it's just a situation where the child is doing something wrong. We don't have to wait for a problem to arise to address our children and speak to people that are around our children when we're not there. I want to thank you all for providing me with a great air to feed into. I want to end this speech by saying our children are our future, and their children to be their future. Let's do what we have to do, take the necessary steps so we can prevent any further violence that's going on in the U.S. today and around the world. As you know, many of us know, there's been a big increase of mass shootings in schools where we're losing our children because there's nobody there to listen to these children when they need help, when they need an ear. So I thank you for lending me your ear. And just know if you ever see a child, or if you see that your children may be going through a hard time or a rough patch in life, that they may be going through something mentally, emotional, that can be affecting them, please be that open ear. Have that open door policy and hear them out. Thank you all for listening. Have a great day.